Dr. Suzuki has a very illustrative background. He is the CTO of Hitachi, a senior vice president, as well as a long career in Hitachi.
Okay, thank you, Oliver-san, for the introduction. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for participating in this session. So today, I'd like to share with you how we are leveraging AI and robotics for Society 5.0, human-centric society. Okay? So I will be talking about Society 5 proposed by the Japanese government and how Hitachi is focusing on core technologies such as AI and robotics to realize smart cities, both in Japan and in the Asia-Pacific region. So let me, however, first start with the why. As you know, we are in the midst of significant global megatrend that pose a challenge to humanity, such as increasing urbanization and the increasingly aging population. The challenges are also compounded by a greater demand for even fewer resources. To address these challenges, industry, academia, and the government around the world are working together under the frameworks such as the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. Japan's approach is to resolve societal challenges through digital transformation through Society 5.0. The Society 5.0, which is part of Japan's growth strategy, aims to realize a sustainable and inclusive society. By inclusive, we mean a society where no one is left out or left behind. Various initiatives are being pursued by industry, academia, and the government to deliver value through data usage. One visible and concentrated manifestation is smart cities. We believe that such activity help achieve the SDGs and thus contribute to achieving a common good for humanity. So here we can see a few of the initiatives at each level. I will expand on the ones highlighted with slide numbers. But for example, industry is working together through organizations such as Keidanren and COCN. One of the policy recommendations submitted resulted in the establishment of the Japan ASEAN Smart City Network. In pursuing the various smart city initiatives, Japan is proposing a smart city that is linked to the data economy. That is a digital smart city which delivers new values through digital transformation. By linking the data economy to urban asset and infrastructure, we are now looking at what values we can be provided through new forms of urban services, for example, in mobility. The focus is shifting from individual KPIs to quality of life of citizens and expanding from activity in Europe and America to Southeast Asia and China. The Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transportation has launched 15 model smart city projects, including Kashiwanoha and Matsuyama, shown here. In these cities, the implementation of new technologies is being accelerated to achieve optimization in areas such as energy, transportation, disaster prevention, and infrastructure maintenance. Let me show you a video of Matsuyama project, which Hitachi is part of.
In northwestern Shikoku is Matsuyama City of Ehime Prefecture. Surrounded by the sea and mountains, the city spreads out around Matsuyama Castle, the population of around 510,000. On weekends, the city bustles with many tourists, but it faces a problem that is shared by other provincial cities. It's the aging and declining population. To overcome this problem, Matsuyama City will aim to transform itself into a sustainable city. The Matsuyama Smart City project is being implemented. Society 5.0 is a human-centric society, which will simultaneously achieve economic growth and solve social issues through a system that fuses cyberspace with physical space at an advanced level. All kinds of data can be found in cities. City Data Platform will be created for evidence-based urban planning through the measuring, gathering, and compiling of data on the city, transport behavior, human activities, and other information, using IoT, AI, and 3D sensors. This data will be used to identify issues and come up with proposals for solutions. Advanced mathematical technologies, such as data analyses and simulations, will then be used to measure the effectiveness of policies. Once the results are visualized, they will be fed back to citizens and other stakeholders. Discussions will be held to allow data-driven urban planning with the participation of citizens, providing support to urban planning measures aimed at the future. An initiative was launched to redesign Hanazono Machidori Street with the aim of turning it into a new symbol of the city where people can walk around as part of data-based urban planning. This street faced numerous issues, such as reducing the amount of automobile traffic, abandoned bicycles, and deterioration of the shopping arcade. It was transformed into its current state after 7 years of using a variety of tools, from models to micro-traffic simulation, as well as effect verification and discussions on how to use spaces. Aiming to develop an even smarter city, a city that offers security by allowing visualization of what to do in emergencies, and preparedness through tsunami simulations and other activities. A city offering seamless, safe mobility. A city capable of making effective use of resources, including agriculture. More data will be gathered to accelerate data-driven urban planning, raising the value of the city for the citizens who carry the future of Matsuyama on their shoulders. It will aim to realize a sustainable society, starting with a city where people can walk around, which will grow with the people and offer a variety of people long-term security and comfort.
The Council of Competitiveness Nippon, an industry forum of major companies in Japan, is also contributing by industry recommendations for digital smart cities. This included recommendations for a cross-domain data exchange platform to realize attractive cities that provide a high quality of life to its residents and support regional revitalization. At the Hitachi University of Tokyo Laboratory, industry academia partnership, we are promoting a vision of a future city from the perspective of those who live in. So we call the concept habitat innovation. Next, let me focus on initiatives at Hitachi. Hitachi has defined 5 areas of activity through which it can contribute to delivering social, environmental, and economic value. Those are mobility, smart life, industry, energy, and IT. Digital smart city initiatives fall under smart life solutions. This is Hitachi's concept of a digital smart city, a people-centric city which continuously delivers new value to its residents by using the data from urban infrastructure and related Hitachi products to raise well-being, provide stressless transportation, then using that data to ensure greater safety, security, and other values. Thus, continuously improve the value provided, resulting in a city that is beloved by its residents, bursting with vitality, and continuously improving itself. Central to realizing this digital smart city is Lumada. the Lumada provides capability to create cyber-physical system where cyberspace and the physical space mutually interact, collaborate. Lumada can connect operational technology, IT, and product to accelerate innovation for our customers. As Lumada is pivotal, so we are continuously working to enhance Lumada's capabilities. Under Hitachi 2021 Midterm Management Plan, so we are expanding open innovation to further deepen co-creation with customers and partners. To expand open innovation, we launched Kyoso no Mori with the opening of a new collaborative creation center in Tokyo in April 2019. Also in April, we announced the establishment of a corporate venturing fund to support the acceleration of innovation around the globe. To launch the new center, we held the opening ceremony where we invited key speakers from industry, academia, and the government to participate in a panel discussion on the future of smart cities in Asia and the Pacific. So Lumada is a platform that integrates Hitachi's original co-creation methodologies and tools to help discover and share issues, as well as solutions with customers and partners, and include an IoT platform consisting of digital technologies such as big data and AI to create new value. First, let me introduce Nexperience. I will expand on vision design and the cyber POC, which are key components of Nexperience. First, vision design. In this example, we are applying it to urban development in Thailand. As a starting point, we apply a methodology called Kizashi to capture signs of the future by looking at societal infrastructure from the perspective of citizens. We can then put forward a proposal of what such infrastructure should look like. Next is Cyber POC, a simulation tool to visualize the solution and evaluate the outcomes in terms of the customer's management KPIs. Let me show you a video of how it works.
This is a Cyber POC simulation for Hanoi metro system. It shows the traffic congestion of downtown Hanoi on weekday morning. The red dots represent cars and motorcycles, and the yellow dots represent pedestrians. The peak of the rush comes around 7 a.m. Metro lines as you like, and at the same time, you can see the metro's power stations and diagram created at the right-hand side of the screen. You can also move these stations as you like, and at the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the parameters changing according to the changes you make to the metro lines. Also, you can see the modal share at the upper right-hand side of the screen. The green color represents users of the metro, while the red color represents users of car and motorcycle. And at the lower right-hand side, you can see the calculation of CAPEX and OPEX, as well as the calculation of payback period.
To realize digital smart city, so Hitachi is participating in projects outside of Japan as well, as you can see here in Bangkok and in Western Sydney. Next, I'd like to talk about the core technologies that support the IoT platform part of Lumada. A function of Lumada is to provide a platform that delivers solutions that raise value for our customers by collecting and analyzing OT asset data and IT asset data. Hitachi is continuously enhancing AI, robotics, security, and sensing as the core technologies that support Lumada. Let me start with AI. So we applied AI to help resolve a management challenge of improving internal communication, productivity, and creativity. Last year, Dr. Yano, a Hitachi fellow, gave a talk at the Hitachi Young Leaders Initiative held in Singapore, as well as the Hitachi Social Innovation Forum held earlier this year in Bangkok, on how, by raising the level of organizational happiness, could contribute to greater creativity and productivity for organizations. To facilitate agile cooperation with a wide range of industries, to create a new industry built around promoting happiness and well-being to various sectors, including nursing, healthcare, home and urban development, as well as expanding the app business. We spun out this activity as a new company earlier this month. Another example is Explainable AI. For society to be able to fully accept or adapt AI to support human decision-making, we humans in the loop need to understand the reasoning that is be able to trust the recommendation made by the AI. In this example here, the AI recommends ambulance standby points. The recommendation is to minimize the time taken by the ambulance to emergency sites and is predicted from data including past call records and average distance to location. In such cases, the time saved can mean life saved. Another key core technology is robotics. At Hitachi, we have developed EMU under the concept of a human symbiotic robot that is safely coexisting alongside and supporting human activity. We have already begun full-scale commercial operation of the communication robot, which supports visitor reception, facility guidance, surveillance patrol, and other tasks within office situation. Another key core technology is security. Let me use the example of the Vienna International Airport. For airport management, it is extremely important to prevent the shutdown of a terminal due to the discovery of unattended luggage. If the owner cannot be found, they need to evacuate all persons and confirm the safety of the luggage. And as you can imagine, that is a major disruption to smooth airport operation and passenger travel plans. We applied AI to security to create a solution to identify and track down the owners of unattended luggage. With this technology, an image of the person captured by surveillance camera is analyzed and converted to a numerical descriptor. This way, even if the face is not showing or lighting conditions are not optimal, we can still determine whether the image is similar enough to be the same person. By analyzing the image with AI, the data can be registered to a high-speed search database to enable similar images to be retrieved from among several tens of thousands of images within a second. Last but not least is sensing. A unique sensor developed by Hitachi is the ultra-high sensitivity vibration sensor for instruction monitoring. Extremely weak vibration in liquid pipe and buildings can be sensed by a combination of sophisticated MEMS and low-power circuit technologies. This can be used to monitor everyday, day-to-day situations as well as disaster situations. Let me show you a demo video.
Hitachi is approaching the issue from two perspectives, times and disasters. For example, in normal times, inspection work of water infrastructure could not be done in time due to aging, and that leads to water leakage and affects the daily life of citizens. To tackle this issue, Hitachi is currently conducting a verification test of a super high sensitivity sensor to enable extensive water leakage detection. In the event of disasters, related information from central and municipal governments and data from private enterprises shared on a single platform to visualize the status of the disaster. Society supports sharing the burden of those affected, such as the quick restoration of lifelines and the provision of appropriate health care and supplies.
But whenever you may live, as time passes, the service and the needs of the resident in that area will change. And unfortunately, while it may be easy to build new infrastructure, once it is in place, it is difficult to replace or change frequently. So it is Hitachi's goal to create a digital smart city where the attractiveness of the town or city community continue to increase year on year because the infrastructure of the city function to continuously adapt to the changing needs of the resident. In other words, a city that is optimized to maximize the happiness of its residents. I think I might be running over the time, but I'd like to close my talk by restating the goal of digital smart cities as improving quality of life for everyone, leaving no one behind, in realizing Society 5.0 and achieving the Sustainable Development Goal through transformation with social innovation in co-creation with all stakeholders. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Suzuki-san. This is a wonderful presentation.